Hi everyone, Matthew Robinson, and I'm here talking to you guys about the WWE's women's wrestlers, better known as the WWE Divas, and TNA's women's wrestling division, known as the TNA Knockouts. Now, there's been this huge debate going around in the internet wrestling community: who is better, the WWE women's wrestlers or the TNA women's wrestlers? And I'm going to break this down for you before I give you my final verdict. First point, WWE Divas have been around for forever, and they're a long tradition and seen as kind of the pinnacle of women's wrestling for a very, very long time. Even when they had the WCW Nitro Girls, WWE Divas were always kind of seen as the kind of better brand. You've got people like the Fabulous Moolah, you have Lita, you have Sensational Sherry. There's a whole plethora of people, Mae Young, that you could talk about, and the history is just really rich with the WWE Divas. With TNA, because they haven't been around for that long, they really can't have that legacy that the WWE Divas do. So obviously the WWE Divas are going to win on that front. Anyway, okay, now let's get serious again. WWE Divas versus TNA Knockouts. All right. Now we're moving on, and we're going to talk about now, currently, because we already talked about the legacy. If you go legacy, TNA can't even compete, WWE Divas win. Let's talk about now, currently. Let's talk about who has the stronger star power with their women's wrestlers. Now, if you're a big fan of the indie circuit, you could argue that with cheerleader Melissa and Tracy Brooks, the TNA Knockouts have the bigger star power. But I think TNA's ratings will show you that WWE Divas probably have the bigger star power. And if you wanted to go on like well-known indie wrestlers that have made it to WWE, you can talk about one of my personal favorites. I saw her a lot when she wrestled in OVW. Actually, both of these when they wrestled in OVW. It's this brilliant, beautiful ladder match. There's a link. You can go see it. It's Katie Lee and Beth Phoenix. This ladder match, no other female I've been able to see in the past 3, maybe 4 years been able to match these two in this quality. Katie Lee, I personally think, is a better wrestler than Lita and than Mickie James. Well, okay, I'm going to take back Lita. But I will say that Katie Lee is a better wrestler than Mickie James. She's a better wrestler than Trish Stratus, and I love Trish Stratus, and I like Mickie James. Don't get me wrong. Don't think I'm hating on Mickie James and Trish Stratus. I think as far as wrestling goes, as far as the technique that goes into it, and selling and all that stuff, I think Katie Lee has to win that. But so star power again is going to go to the WWE Divas. So that's 2 for the WWE Divas and 0 for TNA Knockouts. So let's go now on to who has the better overall, with like charisma and promo, who gets like those better storylines and who uses them more effectively. And let me just say, TNA has gotten a lot of criticism for how bad its writing has been, and its promos and its booking. But if there's one thing they do right with the booking, it's their women's matches, for the most part. Not every week can be golden, but for the most part, I'd have to say that TNA's women's wrestlers are better booked than the WWE Divas, who seem to be in the same match every week. WWE Divas wrestling is a lot of it has this misogynistic tones in their storylines. The WWE Divas storylines are usually weak and predictable. The TNA Knockouts, they really treat the TNA Knockouts with their storylines like male wrestlers. They have their own storylines, and yes, women, so they have the little sexual overtones, but that's what they do for anything. That's just selling it and getting all those male viewers to get in, but it's not necessarily sexist, though some storylines are, but what you can do, all Hollywood's sexist. But this works a little bit better. I think they have a lot more respectable storylines. Their storylines are given more time and given more life. So as far as storylines go, I'm going to give it to TNA Knockouts. So that's a 2-1. Okay. Next thing that we're going to talk about, we have to talk about who is better with their actual wrestling technique. Now, as you know, I've been raving about Katie Lee and Beth Phoenix. They're really, really good wrestlers, and so is Mickie James. And even Jillian Hall and the very underutilized Victoria, Natalia, they're all good. WWE Divas title is whack. Michelle McCool never quite did it for me. I don't understand why she's holding that title. You know, there's some rumors and everything, but about her and the Undertaker. I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm not gonna speculate on that. But I would say now, yeah, with the technique and everything, and how you get these girls like Maria, who's incredibly untalented, and then you get people like Ashley, Massaro, or Massaro, whatever how you pronounce it. Those people in these WrestleMania matches, and poor Melina had to carry Ashley through an entire match at WrestleMania, which should have been a defining win for her career, was instead diluted because of Ashley. The match lasted like 3 minutes, and it was just terrible and sloppy. You have to give the wrestling technique to the TNA knockouts, because as great as some of these good wrestlers in the WWE, every or almost every wrestler in TNA for the women is talented. They actually have a moveset. They actually have skill. They actually have these noticeable patterns in their wrestling. You know, they're not just grabbing hair and throwing people down. These women are tough, and they're actually bringing some credibility to their wrestling style. And you have to give it to TNA. They win that by a mile. And I think Katie Lee's the best wrestler in the game right now. I really think that, but I think as an overall picture with the wrestling technique, you gotta give it to TNA knockouts. Okay, so we got two. WWE Divas have 2, TNA knockouts have 2. So what's gonna be the final category? What's gonna be the final category? How do we do this? I can't figure it out. And that's where you guys come in. You guys come in. Leave a comment and tell me which division you think is better, the WWE Women's Division or the TNA Women's Division. And I want you to leave a comment and maybe explain briefly why. And in my next video, I'll announce the winner. My next video, because a few people have been asking me to talk about this since I've talked about wrestling for a little while. People really want me to talk about the new Wrestler movie starring Mickey Rourke and Marissa Tomei. And I really am excited about this movie. It looks like it's going to be, what I mean is it looks like it's going to be a great movie. And I've been hearing the buzz about it is terrific. They say Mickey might get an Oscar nomination from this, which is surprising. And I'm excited to really see this. They say it gives wrestling a lot of respect, and it's well crafted. So I really want to talk about this. It's won the Golden Lion at the Venice Film Festival, and it was one of the top movies at the Toronto Film Festival. So it's been a big surprise hit. I'm going to talk about that in my next video. And always, if you guys want me to talk about something, send me a question. I'll try to address it ASAP. And also my next video, of course, leave your comments about WWE and TNA's women's division. And I will get back to you on the winner in this battle overall. Leave your comments on what you think about it. I'll get back with you. In the meantime, remember, it's all about the hair.